Hey, welcome to this training video. In this training video, we will take a look at the application Coloring WordSearch Puzzles Generator, and we will go through the front-end features and we'll see what is it that you can do using the front-end app included in this funnel. All right. So for that, when you log into your dashboard, search for Coloring WordSearch Puzzle Generator, click on Access Now. That will take you to the landing page that is here. Okay. When you are on this landing page, click on this Access Now button here. Right. So click on this. It doesn't really matter which button you click on because all four of those would bring you to this page, which is called the collections page. A collection is more or less a project folder, and it is important that you organize it with a proper name. So in this one, what I'm going to tell you or show you is training video number 1, right? So this is going to be my collection. The reason why you would want to name your collection appropriately is because when you download the content, you download the PDF, JPGs, images, and so on, they'll be named with this particular project name. And when you have it on your computer, it will be easy for you to navigate through the content that you've downloaded. Else, over a period of time, what you'll find yourself looking at is a lot of folders that are named as default 1, default 2, default 3, and so on. All right, so this is the best practice and it is a good idea to follow this. So click on this training video number 1, and then that would take you to this interface, which is where all of the magic happens, right? Now, let's take a look at the interface. You've got 3 vertical sections, okay? Number 1 is the left navigation, number 2 is the middle navigation, number 3 is the interface where this is essentially what you see is what you get kind of editor, that is where your content will be visible. Now, this middle navigation section area will change depending on the selections you make, right? So every selection that you make here in the left navigation it'll have its own set of corresponding options here in the middle navigation section. This is also dynamic in nature in the sense all of your editing features or customization features for the puzzles that you create will be available here. Okay. Now this icon that you see, elements, is not something that is available to you if you are not a member of our membership club. Okay, so please ignore this because I have a lot more features than you would see in your dashboard, simply because I have a master admin access, which is which has a lot more features for my testing, for my use cases and things like that, which is not relevant for you and may not be useful. Now this is something that will be visible to our founding members though, who are a part of the membership club. All right, now so this is the left navigation. We'll talk about each one of them. The next thing is the middle navigation we saw, and then the third one is this section. This is the page where your content will be visible. Okay, and these are all the features that you'll be using to manipulate the number of pages, the content in them, and so on, as far as the manuscript is concerned. This is called the context menu. This is called context menu because this menu changes dynamically based on the context. Based on the selections you make on this page, this changes. If you are selecting an image, this will change to give you some features to manipulate those images. If you are selecting a puzzle, then this would change to give you options to play around with the puzzle. If you are selecting a text box over here, you will see the same thing. You'll see this context menu change as well. All right. So that's an overview of what the interface is, and what I'm going to do right now is take you through the process of creating a puzzle. Okay. All you have to do is click here to get started. Okay. Once you are here, you would see that the default puzzle is available. Now, let's say you want to change the layout in some way, you can regenerate this. When you regenerate, you will see that this entire puzzle changes, but the clues are same, right? So the way the clues are organized is changing. That's what this regenerate option does. Now you can see that when I select this, the context menu has changed here. Okay, the context menu has changed here to reflect what we have shown here. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, if you want to update the clues, you need to click over here, activate it, and then go to this pencil icon. Okay, say edit words, and now you can change things. Say we say cat, rat, bat, hat, what else? Cool, hot, right? So these are 6 words that randomly come to my mind, and then you would see when you save it, you will be able to see this clue. So that's your custom puzzle that you have available, right? So if you want to edit this, you can right click on this, click on open settings. When you do that, you will see all of these options. These options, the columns will change the number of rows and columns that you have. The cell size, say for example, if I want to make this 8 by 8, right? Then I can do this. And now you would see that instead of 7 rows and 7 columns, we have got 8 rows and 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, this is drag and drop, so you can play around with it. You can position it any way you want. So this gives you complete flexibility to work whichever way you want to work with. Cell size is essentially the grid box inside of which the letter is there. When you increase the cell size, what happens is the box size increases. As a result of that, the entire thing would increase. So let's say we make this 1.5. You would see that the puzzle would expand because now the boxes containing the letters have increased, and it's not necessarily the font that has increased. It's just that the relative size of the box has increased significantly. So now if I change it back to 1.2, you would see that it comes back to normal. Now the direction, this is where the clues are organized. If you do not want bottom to top, you can switch this off. If you do not want bottom left to top right, you can switch this off. Whatever you want. Let's say you just want from right to left or left to right, you can just switch them on and switch off everything else. Letter color, you can change the color. It really depends. Again, I'm not going to get into the features here based on the funnel, because all of that stuff is available based on whatever you have purchased. I'm just going through the training. If you have letter color option available or enabled for you, you will be able to see that here. Okay, so let's say we change this to red, okay, and then update the word search, you would see the red color over here. So that's how the color option works. If you want to showcase this in lowercase, you can go for this one, and this will give you the lowercase options. Now you see there is a border surrounding the puzzle, right? If you want to get rid of the border, all you have to do is disable this, and then the border will be gone. So if you see, now there is no border over here, and if you want to get it back, just switch this on, increase this, and this is what is available. If you want to make the border thicker, you can go for a higher border width value, which is what is going to get you this thickness. Okay, if you want to change the border color, this will change the border color for you. Okay, solution type, bounding box, you can go for only words, circle letters, and so on, right? So these are all how the solution is going to look like when you show it in your solutions. Okay, so let's say we go for circle letters and then we just leave it at that. Okay, what will happen is if you see the solution by showing solution here, the circle will be visible. Now this is not spot on because of the type of letter we have, so we recommend that you go for the bounding box, which is how it works, and you go for only words if that is something that you feel like having. All right, so typically bounding box works best, and please note that this is just for you to view, so you don't have to really worry about this not covering everything, because when we go ahead and do it in the solutions, we will not be using this font, we'll be using a regular font. Because think about it, it doesn't really affect anybody if we have regular fonts in the solutions at the end of the page or end of the book, right? So that's what we are talking about over here. Solution word outline width, this is the thickness of this particular outline. So if I make this 10, you would see that the thickness would increase, and the solution outline color can be changed as well. Again, not something that you would be using if you are looking at KDP publishing as as the way you'll be using this application. Cell X is offset at 0, cell Y is offset at 335. You can alter this and then kind of play around with it. But then let me tell you something. This is not what you'll be using. Your solutions will actually come from here. Okay, so your solution is going to come from here, right? So right now we have got the current puzzles available, but this is going to change where we'll have regular fonts available instead of this particular font. So that is one change that is going to happen, and that should take care of accommodating multiple pages of solutions in the book. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. In the next video, we are going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you about some additional features that you can use, to customize the look and feel, and then we will move forward to some of the upgrade features that are there that will give you even more flexibility as you move forward. Thank you so much for watching this. Hey, welcome to this training video. In this training video, we are going to take a look at some of the international languages that are available as a part of OTO2. So if you have purchased the OTO2 offer, you would see this particular option here. So in order for you to get started with the international languages, you have to follow the process to the T that I show you right here. Please do not change the sequence for the best results. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is click over here, right? Once you click over here, you would see the language settings. Then you can click on this and you will be able to see all of these options that are available to you, right? So click on a language that you're interested in. So let's say in this particular case, I'm interested in Spanish. Click on Spanish and then click on word search templates over here. Then click on this to introduce the default puzzle into the interface. Now you might be seeing that there are some of these letters that are fully colored that have got a black interior. They are not in a format that they can be colored in. This is where you should not panic because we haven't completed the steps. We have another part of the step that is left and to be taken care of, and that is click here, go here and go to bold easy OTO2. When you do that, you will see that the thing changes and you now have got colorable letters. Now let's say for whatever reason you saw everything that is colorable. Even then you are supposed to click on this and go to OTO2 and click on that particular font to make sure that everything is just the way it should be for your puzzles or your puzzle book. Okay, so if you want to, let's say implement another language, right? What you could do is let's say we delete this, okay? And what I would do is I'd work with German instead of Spanish. I would click on German, go here, click on this, and then go back to this and click on bold and easy OTO2 to get what you see here, right? So this is how the multiple languages work. These features are where you will be able to introduce text boxes and so on. These are all standard features that we have with pretty much all of our applications. So for example, if you want to add a text here, you can add that. If you can always edit it by double clicking on this, so that editing option will be available to you. You can easily do that. If you want to add a page, blank page, you can do that. You can clone this in this manner. You can actually bulk clone this by clicking on simply clone and maybe entering a number of pages, certain number of pages. Then the puzzles will be created as many times. But remember that when you are cloning or you are simple bulk cloning, you are essentially creating different layouts for the same set of clues because your clues are not changing. If you want to change your clues for say individual puzzles, what you need to do is click on this, activate it, and then come here, click over here, and then type your words here, right? That's the way to do it. And if you want to have a complete set of input file in a text file where every set is separated by a blank space, then you can input that file directly to create multiple pages with content where the clues are different. In order for you to do that, what you need to do is you need to click on clone and then word search clone, and when you do the word search clone, it will ask you to insert a list. You click on this insert a list, where the sets of words that go on to individual pages are separated by a space. That has to be a text file. You insert it, the content will be updated here, and then you click on create puzzles. You will see that multiple puzzles will be created where you would have every page dedicated to a set of words, and that particular page and of course all the pages would have the corresponding set of words and they'll be different. So this is the way to go ahead and create multiple page books in a short while once you have your input file ready. Okay, so that is how you work with these. And then of course these are shuffle options where you can move pages up and down. If you want to do local downloads, you can click over here, download as PNG, JPG and PDF. PPTX is a typo here, this will be removed. There is no PPTX download in this funnel at all. Okay, there are reasons, there are technical reasons for it, and that is the reason why we have removed it altogether. So we have got PNG, JPG and PDF. This will be available to you, and you can download it. Now remember that when you do a local download, you will be able to download just this page. If you want to download a complete manuscript with multiple pages, you will have to look somewhere here, like in this video it's not visible, but you can see my arrow. Towards the top of your arrow you would see a download option. When you click on that, this will be visible. Again, we'll be removing the PPTX option from this. You will have PNG, JPG and PDF options available here as well, right? So that's how you download one complete file, right? One complete manuscript. Okay, now let's talk about the features that we have here. So for example, this one will create the solutions for you. Every time you download a manuscript, make sure you recreate the solutions to avoid any kind of errors that might have crept into your book while you have been working on it across multiple settings. Manual error is a thing, and you would want to have some best practices in place to avoid as much of them as possible. Okay, this one is randomized pages. So here you do it manually, but this will shuffle the entire suite of pages that you have created in a random fashion. Now with coloring pages, ideally you would want to have a blank page after every content page. If you want to do that at bulk, you can click on this, and this will automatically introduce a blank page after every content page. If you want to delete the content in bulk, just click over here, confirm delete, and the content would be deleted. All right, so that is pretty much how you deal with the the international language features of OTO1. As far as OTO2 options are concerned, let me show you how the OTO2 options are the ones that you can work with. Hang on. So what we did is we converted this back to English, which is the default step, and then we come here, and this is the front-end font that is available to us. If you have purchased OTO3, you get access to 10 more fonts that are designed in English for you to have the ultimate freedom to design your books the way you want. So what you do is click here, activate this, and then go to any one of these 10 fonts and work with them. So for example, if you want to work with font number 9, click on that and you will see that this changes. If you want to have font number 1 instead, you can click on that and it will change. If you want font number 2, you can click on this and this particular font will change. So this is how the OTO3 fonts work. You can alter them depending on what kind of font you are looking for. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in another video if we have some training content to update you. Thank you.